just put in the fastest lap? Good job.
So qualifying is complete and we're all set for an exciting race tomorrow. Your top three are the captain, Ilott, and Jordan King. It's time for this weekend's Formula 2 race here at the Hungaroring. A popular track with a lot of history. I'm sure we're in for an absolute thrill ride of a race today. The Hungaroring is located 12 miles northeast of the capital, Budapest. It's 2.7 miles long, featuring 14 corners, and it's got a reputation for making overtaking difficult. Nevertheless, there's a history of some truly exceptional races here. Let's hope that our Formula 2 drivers can serve up some more of that today. Joining me for all today's excitement, a man who is no stranger to this challenging circuit, Davide Valsecchi. Davide, Hungaroring can be a tricky beast to master. What insight can you give us about today's race?
Ciao Alex, as you say, the circuit can be challenging. There's a lot of slow corner which can make overtaking very frustrating. This will be a good test of this young driver's patience. Waiting for the perfect moment to make an attack will be the key to moving up through the field today.
We're almost ready to go then, and this is what the starting grid looks like for today's race. The captain lines up on pole position, and it's Callum Ilott in P2. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have King, Joe, Nikita Mazepin, and Boccolacci, Correa, Matsushita, Aitken, Giuliano Alesi, Latifi, Schumacher, Nick de Vries, and Giotto, Delatrat, Boschon, Galeo, and Sergio Sette Camara. Raghunathan and Tatiana Calderon completes the grid. And with lights out just moments away, it's time to go down to the track.
Now that we've got some points on the board, let's continue this form and aim for another top 10 finish. Start we were looking for, but it's not over yet. Stay focused. This is your final lap of the race. That's the end of the race. We'll see you in Parc Fermé.
Congratulations to Charouz then for their excellent win today. And I have to wonder, Davide Valsecchi, just what set them apart from the competition here.
Although the Formula 2 cars are all the same spec, the winner just looked better out there. It would have been a combination of getting those tires up to running temperature faster and driving to the condition on track. They made it look easy out there today.
It's time for those well-deserved celebrations. They may be one of the newer teams to join F2, but the Charouz team have shown they're a force to be reckoned with, taking home the victory. Well done to everyone on the team. After this round of the World Championship, here's how things look in the drivers' table. It was not the best weekend for our championship leader, and their advantage at the top has been reduced. Now then, Davide Valsecchi, who would you say was your driver of the day?
Well, after a driver like that, it's going to be Dorian Boccolacci. Very clean, very smooth, I can be really pleased with that one.
And now a look at the team standings. It was a tough race for our championship leaders, who lose ground at the top of the table. Another team that will be satisfied with this race is Charouz, whose good result moves them further up in the championship.
The official driver of the day also did a fantastic job, but I have to vote with my heart, and today I have to go in a different direction.
Goodbye for now then, but we really are just getting started. Make sure you join us again for Lights Out tomorrow. We've reversed the top 8 from yesterday's race to set the grid for the sprint race here today, and the drivers are almost ready on the grid down below. Alongside me today, I'm delighted to welcome back to the commentary box the 2012 GP2 champion, Davide Valsecchi. There looks to be a challenging race ahead of the drivers today, Davide. With that in mind, what are you looking out for today?
Well, Alex, I want to see how the drivers at the back of the grid are going to roll down. They'll need to make an impact in the early stages, and they're probably hoping for a bit of luck at the start. We may see some bold maneuvers out there today.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down. Caution, caution. position back. That was an illegal overtake. Nice start. Mind that front wing. It'll need replacing if it takes too much damage. A new strategy is available on the MFD. Damage to your wing. Suggest we box to change it. Exit now. Okay, stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross over into the track. As things stand, we'll be leading the championship. Nice move. Was the fastest lap of the race. Keep this up. You're pulling out a second a lap on the car behind. Delatraz is behind you. Okay, the gap behind is 1.3 seconds. They're on old softs. Their tyres are 2 laps old. The time last lap was a 1 minute 32.1. 3 seconds will be added to their time at the end of the race. Tatiana ahead. The gap to the car ahead is 35.3 seconds. They're on fresh mediums. Their tyres are 4 laps old. The time last lap was a 1:32.3. You're taking 1.8 seconds out of them each lap. This is your final lap of the race. All right, race over. Take care of the car on the way in.
Brilliant stuff from Campos today. What a superb victory. Tell me, Davide, what was the key to this success?
The difference was in the strategy. Credit to the driver for sure, but races like this really drive home how much of a team sport this is. They did a lot of work on the pit wall to really make the most of each stint and to make the best use of the tires. But that said, all of that would have been for nothing without a talented hand on the wheel.
It's time to present the top drivers with their trophies for today's race, and there are a lot of people in the paddock very happy with this result. It's Campos on the top step. So then, it's time to see how this result affects the Drivers' Championship. The gap at the top of the championship has been cut down after a difficult race for our championship leader. And now, Davide Valsecchi, let me ask you, who is your driver of the day?
Probably Jake Aitken, you know, strong pace, good work with the strategy, just a very complete drive, I think. I'm going to say Jake Aitken. It was probably one of his best drivers of the season, and I was impressed.
And here's how things are shaping up in the Teams' Championship. The lead at the top comes down after a strong weekend from the challenging pack.
My choice is not the same as the fans' choice this time. And both drivers were brilliant today. But the driver I choose today just about has the edge, I think.
That's it for today's race. From Davide and I, it's goodbye, and we'll see you when Formula 2 returns.